Want to know what billionaires do differently? It's not just about having more money, it's about how they think about money and time. Most people think billionaires are just lucky or inherited it all, but the truth is they built fortunes from the ground up by following specific habits. And today I'm going to give you the entire playbook. We're going to break down the 7 money habits billionaires use every single day to get richer. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett. This isn't your typical save 10% advice. We're diving into actual strategies that create massive wealth. Mindset shifts. Actionable steps that separate the 1% from the 99%. Over the next 8 minutes, I'll reveal 7 secrets you can start applying right now. We'll look at real-world examples, break down exactly how they do it, and give you the blueprint to think like a billionaire. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. Alright, the first secret, and this is probably the most important one. Billionaires have an absolutely insane, almost obsessive focus on solving one big problem. While most people are trying to juggle 10 different side hustles, learning 5 new skills, and chasing every shiny object, billionaires go all in on a single, massive goal. They find a problem that affects millions, or even billions of people, and they dedicate their entire existence to solving it. It's not about doing more things, it's about doing one thing with more intensity than anyone else on the planet. Think about it. Elon Musk isn't trying to run a coffee shop, a marketing agency, and a crypto fund all at the same time. He's focused on 2 massive problems: transitioning the world to sustainable energy with Tesla and making humanity a multiplanetary species with SpaceX. That's it. Everything he does, every decision he makes, is filtered through the lens of those 2 goals. This level of focus is a superpower. It allows him to channel all his resources, all his brain power, and all his team's energy into a single point, like a laser beam. Most people dilute their efforts. They spend a little bit of time on this, a little bit of money on that. The result? They make a tiny bit of progress in a dozen different directions but never achieve a major breakthrough in any of them. Look at Bill Gates in the early days of Microsoft. His mission was a computer on every desk and in every home, running Microsoft software. That was it. He was obsessed. Chapter 2. Secret number 2 is a game changer. It's something the middle class is often scared of: leveraging other people's time, other people's money. Billionaires understand a fundamental truth. You only have 24 hours in a day. You can't create more time. So if you want to achieve massive things, you can't rely solely on your own effort. You have to build a system that uses the time and skills of other people. This is called leverage. Let's talk about leveraging other people's time. This is all about hiring. A regular person trades their time for money. A billionaire uses their money to buy other people's time. They hire experts who are smarter and more skilled than them in specific areas. Engineers, logisticians, marketers. Jeff Bezos isn't personally coding the Amazon website. He hired specialists. His job is to set the vision and assemble the team. Most people try to save money by doing everything themselves. They'll spend 10 hours trying to build their own website to save a few $100s. Those 10 hours could have been spent on high-value tasks that generate thousands of dollars. Billionaires see their own time as their most valuable asset. They will gladly pay someone $100 an hour to handle a task, so they can focus on a $10,000 an hour activity, like negotiating a major partnership or developing a new product strategy. Now let's talk about leveraging other people's money. This means using debt and investor capital to grow faster than you could with your own savings. Almost every major company you know was built with OPM. When Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook, he didn't fund it with his part-time job savings. He raised money from venture capitalists. This allowed him to hire engineers and buy servers to scale the platform to millions of users almost overnight. Using debt can be scary, but billionaires see it as a tool. They don't take out loans to buy fancy cars or TVs. They use it to acquire assets that generate more cash flow than the cost of the loan. For example, a real estate mogul might borrow $1 million at 5% interest to buy an apartment building that generates a 15% return. They are literally making money with the bank's money. Chapter 3. Habit number 3 is something that separates the truly wealthy from everyone else. They think in systems and make incredibly long-term bets. A normal person thinks about their next paycheck. A business owner thinks about the next quarter. A billionaire thinks about the next decade or even the next century. They aren't playing checkers. They're playing three-dimensional chess, planning moves 10, 20, 50 steps ahead. Let's break down thinking in systems. This means they don't just see individual tasks, they see an entire machine. They design businesses that can run and grow without their direct involvement in every single decision. A system is a repeatable process that produces a predictable result. McDonald's is a perfect example. Ray Kroc didn't invent the hamburger, but he created a brilliant system for making and selling them consistently, anywhere in the world. A teenager with minimal training can produce the exact same Big Mac in Tokyo as they can in Ohio because the system is flawless. Billionaires are obsessed with creating these systems for everything: marketing, sales, hiring, operations. They document processes, automate tasks, create feedback loops to constantly improve the machine. You can't personally sell to 1 million customers, but you can build a marketing and sales system that does. A system works for you 24/7, even while you're sleeping. This is how you escape the trap of trading your time for money. The second part of this is making long-term bets. Jeff Bezos famously ran Amazon at a loss or with razor-thin profits for years. Wall Street was screaming at him to be more profitable, but he ignored them. He was reinvesting every single dollar back into the business to build an unbeatable system of logistics, customer service, technology. He was making a long-term bet that by dominating the infrastructure of e-commerce, he would eventually be able to print money, and he was right. Billionaires plant an entire forest of seeds, knowing that it will take years of watering and care before it becomes a massive, valuable ecosystem. They are willing to sacrifice short-term profits for long-term dominance. They look at trends not for the next 6 months, but for the next 20 years. Take a step back and ask, what is the system I am trying to build? How can I create processes that run without me? And what is the 10-year bet I am willing to make? Chapter 4. Secret number 4 is the engine that drives all this growth, relentless iteration, and a complete obsession with data. They have an idea. Build the smallest possible version of it. Get it into the hands of real users. Then obsessively measure the results. They use data, not their gut feelings or opinions, to make every single decision. Build, measure, learn, repeat. Every feature is a test. Every line of a marketing email is a test. Every price point is a test. They run hundreds, even thousands of A/B tests to see what works best. Chapter 5. Habit number 5. Playing the long game to win. It's a concept popularized by Warren Buffett. Building moats. A moat is an unfair, durable competitive advantage. Billionaires don't just want a successful business. They want a business that's nearly impossible to replicate. There are several types of moats. One of the most powerful is network effects. The network itself becomes the moat. Another powerful moat is intangible assets, like a strong brand. Intangible assets also include patents. Pharma companies use patents to create legal monopolies for years. Then there's the cost advantage. Produce much cheaper than anyone else. And finally, high switching costs. Apple masters this with its ecosystem. Once you're in, swapping devices is inconvenient. The billionaire mindset is to constantly ask, does this make our moat wider and deeper? So ask yourself, what is your moat? If you don't have one, start building it today. Chapter 6. Secret number 6 might sound soft, but it is one of the most powerful leverage points. A radical prioritization of relationships and talent. They understand that business is a team sport, and you can't build an empire alone. Billionaires are magnets for talent. Steve Jobs called it his A-player rule. One A player was worth more than 5 B players. Create an environment where brilliant people do the best work of their lives. Challenge, autonomy, resources. Policies like 20% time sparked products like Gmail and AdSense. Beyond the team, they cultivate mentors, advisors, investors, partners. Your network is your net worth. Look at Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, a 50-year partnership that sharpened decisions. Action. Assess the 5 people you spend most time with. Seek people who push you. Hire only A players. Wait if you must. Chapter 7. We've made it to the final secret, and it's the one that truly defines being wealthy. The ownership mindset. Billionaires don't work for money. They make money work by owning assets. A salary will only make you a living. Equity is what makes you a fortune. Focus on building and acquiring equity, your company, shares of stock, real estate, intellectual property. Let's do a super quick recap. Focus, leverage, systems, iteration, moats, talent, ownership.